Hello everyone, it's Kay here and welcome back to my channel. I am just bringing this forward so you've got something to look at while I'm talking, and it is another video around the Crafting in July organised by Artymaze in her group on Facebook, and the event runs from the 14th of July for 2 months, so you've still got time. Should you want to become a member of the group and take part, you do still have time to do so. The video I did previous to this one was really advertising the event and sharing one of the things that I'd made as a start to the process, and I've since gone on and now made my entry, which is not too dissimilar, but it is using perhaps the other bits and pieces that Andrea has since put together and just filling up on some other little pockets and things that I've made. Again, it's an envelope project. I do like them. They're quick, straightforward to put together, and then you embellish them and make it more of a project by adding to it. So this is the papers, just as a refresher of what it is that we've been given free to utilise to make our projects. This is not full sheets, but it gives you an indication of, you know, what the glorious digital papers that we've had to play with. And then today, this or yesterday, was posted as another freebie, and it allows you to make little acetate sample cards almost to add to your projects. So, you know, Andrea has been extraordinarily generous, that's Artymaze, to everyone taking part in the event, and has made it super easy. I've made a template by cutting out the image, gluing 2 pieces together, and then I can just add that to card or whatever else I'm going to do, DSP, whatever. This just lets you see the size. It's a good size when it's folded over. It's larger than the coin little coin tabs that people have been purchasing, and it works just as effectively. You cut out the 2, fold it in half, line up your circle there, your swallowtail as a finisher. Excuse the dogs, they're trying to get in and I've closed the door in the room. And then a little eyelet hole here which allows you to add a little something to hang your little sampler from. So without further ado, this is what I've made for the challenge. I'll just widen out a little bit, otherwise we're not going to get it all in as per. But this is the sample card here, and I've actually just utilised this with a little bit of Velcro underneath it to hold my project together, which is in effect 3 envelopes which I've decorated with the lovely images, the digital images, as you can see, and it just all comes together really beautifully. If I open up the flap of the envelope, you'll see I have my Velcro here and here to just hold that closure together. I didn't actually need to do acetate on both sides of the tag, but I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do with it, and so I made it up as it would be made up, and then decided it looked really lovely on the front of this as a significant closure to this project. So you open it up, you open it up again, and there are pockets, and you open up again and there is a 3rd pocket, and within each of the pockets I have made little bits and pieces to fill them. This is the other side, and you'll see it's directional for obvious reasons. When it's all folded up and closed together, then you know you want things facing the right way. I've used three of the sheets. There were 5 sheets in total, plus the sampler that came out today. The colour, the monochrome, and then there is a sheet of these beautiful, beautiful roses. I think I've got one here, the roses and the butterflies. This is just on ordinary copier paper, because I had a moment where I thought I might melt the candle wax over it and turn it into a vellum style, and then thought better of that because I wanted to get this project completed. So if I turn it back the other way, and we start with the lower pocket. Now, a lot of these things you'll have seen me do before, and it's repetitive. So in here I have the lovely little pocket that folds up, and this is from the die that I did a review on a little while ago. I've made faux stamps and tickets this time, and edged them in a bronze effect paint, just to keep that sort of vintagey, lovely look to the images. And the thing that what I've used to make the faux stamps are just little snippets of the designer paper from the digisheets that Andrea afforded the group as a whole to take part in this little challenge. I've also used it on the little folder here, plus a little bit of the stickles. I've edged the bronze around. I don't know if it's being picked up, but it just does add a little bit more luxury to the overall look of the project. So I'll pop those back in. 1, 2 and 3, and then the smaller ones here are the little tickets that I spoke about before, and they are again from a die, and there were 2 sizes, and I've just cut them out. They've got the faux stitching around them, a double layer to make it a bit substantial, and then added the DSP and the bronze look pearlized paint around the edges. So that is those, and that then folds up. I'll do it all up properly in a minute, but that is the outside edge of the folder. You see the papers, they are just a delight. And the inside, so versatile. You know, you can just use digital papers for whatever pleases you. There's no holds barred. I've used the monochrome on the pocket facings and on the top flap here, and then made the other little apertures filled with the coloured paper. There's a little money pocket here, and inside I've just made a lovely little tag with a little applique on the top and a little diamante. I just like that. You could journal on the back if you wanted to, add a photograph. That sits in that little pocket beautifully, and then into this pocket, and then in this one is just a little tag within the pocket. I really liked that. I thought it came out really, really nicely. And again, you can journal, put smaller bits in, use the card backed paper to keep something flat within the pocket if you had tickets from a venue or something of that nature that you wanted to keep safe. It's all valid. If you didn't want to use the main folder, then you could obviously use these little pieces in a journal. It would be entirely up to you. Then there is another little money pocket here, and I made another little tag with the plain rose, cut out the image then with a punch and layered it up, so I've got a little bit of dimension going on there, and then married it up to the image below and glittered it. A little butterfly, also from Artymaze, and then just inked around the little pocket as one does. And then whilst I was making my closure, I made another of these lovely little, I don't know what you'd call them, acetate tags, I guess we could call them. I'm sure Andrea's got a name for them, but I've not had time to watch her video yet. But it is a double-sided, so you've got a pink rose on one side and the darker rose on the facing side, and that all fits in there so very, very nicely. And then when you close it all up, it's all in safekeeping, and it is just a flip to keep it all together, and there it is, sealed up and ready to go. It is quite chunky. I don't think you would want to be sending it overseas, sadly, because of the costings involved with postage, but for someone local to you, then it would make a lovely presentation gift for them, and also let them see these papers up close and personal, because they really are beautiful. So I hope you've enjoyed this little walkthrough of my entry. There are already some absolutely outstanding entries within the page for this challenge. People are so talented, and it is just lovely to see Andrea's digital papers used for such a multitude of different projects. So if you're interested, do go along, check out the group on Facebook. It is an application scenario, as I've explained before. You just answer some very ordinary questions, and from that you are then invited into the group. Andrea is very concerned about keeping the group friendly and very much geared up to helping and sharing her inspirational ideas within the group. So thank you once again, everyone. Take care. Happy crafting. Bye bye for now.